Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jason Zimmerman. More than 80 veterans just returning home from Washington, D.C. a short time ago on the final Old Glory Honor Flight 2025. Their friends and families gathering for a huge welcome home celebration after the group spent the day touring the memorials and other sites. Drew Best was there as the veterans arrived a short time ago. He's live at the Appleton International Airport in Greenville. Drew.
Jason, Mission 78 landed less than an hour ago. Many people coming through in their parade just about 20 minutes ago when they were met by a crowd of hundreds cheering them on. And as you can see, the celebration is still going on. Many people reuniting with their families, sharing hugs, holding signs, many wearing red, white, and blue, and showing their support for those who went on the trip. Dozens of veterans from the Korean and Vietnam War eras received that hero's welcome from family and friends, which for many was a refreshing change from when they first returned home from active duty. Throughout the day, our veterans visited the Korean, Lincoln, and Navy memorials, as well as the 9/11 memorial at the Pentagon and the Vietnam Wall during their time in the nation's capital. Old Glory Honor Flight has been providing these flights for 16 years thanks to donors and volunteers. Before the flight landed, I spoke with an Army veteran's wife about what this opportunity meant to her husband.
That's something he's been talking about, he's been wanting to do forever since he's been out, and I'm glad he's doing it. I think it's just wonderful that everybody's here supporting us all, and they need it. They had no recognition before, so I think it's great.
Old Glory is planning about 4 or 5 flights for 2026 to celebrate America's 250th anniversary. And we will stick around here for now to speak with veterans, and you will hear from them on Action 2 News this morning. Reporting live in Greenville, Drew Best, Action 2 News.
Thanks, Drew. We're taking a live look now out